Helen Yee here in Las Vegas, being joined by the one and only, the beloved Mr. Kevin Holland. Now, a couple months ago, you announced on your OnlyFans that you're about to fight Alex Oliveira next weekend, UFC 272.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited, too. You know what I mean? Pay-per-view card, crowd. Haven't had a crowd in a while, so that's going to be pretty cool. And new weight class, so that's going to be pretty cool. And he likes to strike, so that'll be pretty cool, too. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But pretty sure he'll shoot for a takedown somewhere in there. So, hopefully all this time I spent working on everything will come together.
Well, what are your expectations for yourself then next weekend?
Less phone calls.
Busy man. That's how you know it's almost fight week, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. Less phone calls. No, next week, I mean, just a smooth weight cut and a very, very fun, fast-paced fight. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's all I'm looking for. And some steak.
Oh, yeah. Rare or medium rare?
Yeah, it got to be cooked all the way through.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, well done. I'm that guy. Yeah, don't judge me.
That's beef jerky.
I like beef jerky. I live in Texas, baby. You know what I mean?
Good point. But there's been so many great fights, and a couple weeks ago, speaking of living in Texas, Jared Cannonier, he beat Derek Brunson. What did you make of his performance?
It was a nice performance. You know, at that moment in time, I was like, oh, that's how you do it. I was like, okay, good stuff, Cannonier. You know what I mean? He, even though he got taken down, even though he did get dropped at one point in time, he got back up. He stayed calm. He stayed composed. He followed his game plan. He put a lot of pressure on the guy who's supposed to put pressure on you. And he got the knockout. So that was pretty nice. It was a crazy card, and you know, Jared Cannonier did his damn thing.
Well, it looks like he will be next in line for Israel. So when that fight does happen, who do you think takes that?
You know, you don't want to put anything past Jared Cannonier. Guys came all the way from heavyweight down to middleweight. I don't like that he did get dropped against Brunson. You know, maybe he was off balance. Who knows? But, you know, it's like that right there that kind of stays in my head. So it's like, you know, Izzy can be doing a lot of different things there. It's a different fight, but, you know, 70-30. Right now, I'm leaning more towards Izzy. You know what I mean? He's kind of hard to beat at middleweight. But the simple fact that Cannonier does come from heavyweight, he might pack a little extra strength. And does he choose to grapple that fight? Maybe he might be a little stronger than what Whitaker was in his fight. And maybe he might have a little bit more explosion. So, yeah, I might change it to 60-40. And we're still a little favored to Izzy. But I think with the right camp and the right game plan, Jared might possess the tools to do it. And he has the power, you know. And Izzy has been knocked out with a left hook before, you know. So, yeah, Jared could possibly get the fucking job done. That'd be crazy, right? Yeah.
That will be such a great fight.
Yeah, 60-40. Maybe even 55-45. Fuck.
Well, I know you have a great Instagram account, but have you seen online Khamzat Chimaev training with Darren Till?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit. I thought it was crazy because at one point in time they were kind of talking about fighting.
Yeah.
And now they're training. And that's kind of why I don't ever switch gyms or do things like that. I may get a little dibble-dabble with the coaches and learn some things and work with a few guys. But I don't switch gyms because I like to keep my options open on who I can fight. And I guess that option's completely closed. But it's good for Till. You know, he's at 85. The other guy's at 170. So, you know, it's smart. Smart move on those guys' part. You know, it's good for the Instagram, you know. I wouldn't be letting nobody call me fat boy, though. You know, but it is what it is.
But Khamzat, like you, moves to 185 as well, 70 and 85.
I mean, yeah, when the fight's right, he does. And I ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a good, smart move. You know, I'm pretty sure he'll try and capture the belt at 170 before he goes back up to 85. So, and him and Darren Till, I'm pretty sure they'll steer clear of each other. You know, it's like, looks like Darren Till's getting bloodied up at every practice, and Chimaev's still fresh. You know, so it's like he must really be the truth, and fucking Till might want to stay away from him. So, smart move by Till in that case. Not me. I'm not that kind of guy.
Well, another fight that seems to be maybe in the process, or at least they seem interested, Dustin Poirier and Nate Diaz, but they're thinking about doing it at 170, the weight class you'll be fighting at. What do you make of that fight?
I mean, it's just two guys who both fight at 55 who don't feel like cutting the weight. They're OGs in the game, and I understand it. I mean, why put our body through that when we both know we can make it? There's no reason to do it. Let's just fight right here at 170. And plus, you know how Nate is. You know what I mean? If Nate says he wants to fight and he wants to fight at 70, Poirier really wants to fight, he gonna do it with him at 170. I got my money on Poirier.
Do you think that fight will happen?
I think it's a good possibility it does happen. It makes sense. It's a pay-per-view headliner. It sells. It's good money. No risk for either person. I think it makes a lot of money. It doesn't hurt the UFC whatsoever. So yeah, I'll throw it together. I probably would have threw it together on our card. I probably would have made Colby and Masvidal co-main. With the BMF belt on the line, so it still was 5 rounds, and then did Dustin Poirier and them as the main event. Matter of fact, schedule that in. Let's do it.
Yep.
170. They ain't got to cut no weight anyways. Just tell them to show up.
True. Matchmaker Kevin Holland here.
Yes, sir. Future reference. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there like swimwear. That's going to be my new job. I'm going to be matchmaking future fights that don't never happen. I got you.
Well, speaking of being a matchmaker, someone that we've spoken about before, Paulo Costa, Luke Rockhold recently told Submission Radio he's interested in fighting Paulo because he doesn't like him. Yeah. Do you think that fight should happen?
Nah, I think Luke Rockhold should just stay retired and keep fighting them back problems. That's what he need to keep fighting. Keep fighting them back problems. Stay in bed, stay out of the fight game, and go do your model thing and all that other stuff. Luke need to just stay where he is. Luke was supposed to fight not too long ago. Luke didn't fight. Luke had back problems. So, I was probably mean to say, but, Luke got some things he need to take care of. And, he wants to come back with a high-profile fight, but he can't even show up to the fight. So that's kind of wasting the UFC's money. But he was talking about how we all should get paid more, but he wasted money. So, kind of contradicting. That's Matchmaker Kev. I don't want to waste the money for the company so other fighters can make more money. So Luke got to just stay home. If we need a ring card guy, we got you, Luke. Don't trip.
And lastly, earlier we talked about steak and beef because a lot of people are talking about your beef with Sean Strickland. What will it take for that beef to be settled?
I don't really think.
Do you feel like you need to fight him in your career?
I don't feel like I need to. I feel like we might. Sean's on a really good path too. We're talking about guys fighting for the belt at 85. It's like Rob said he would like to fight Marvin. Marvin is coming off of a win as well, but it's like Marvin and Strickland could also fight, or Strickland could really just be right there and fight for the title after Jared Cannonier, so it could be fresh blood and they're getting a chance for the title. You know what I mean? So it's like, Strickland's on a good path. I got to get a couple dubs before I start talking about these guys who are on the winning path of fighting these guys. And that's me fighting the trolls in the gym and talking to the trolls online a lot. You got to understand where some of these guys are coming from too. You know what I mean? So we got to be realistic. So yes, I would love to fight Strickland, but I need to go take care of plans March 5th, take care of some plans after March 5th, maybe at the 185 weight class, and then Strickland can be right back on the game plan. Honestly, nothing against the guy, because I really like this gym, but these are just two guys that they just yin and yang with each other. So it's like, maybe get this win here March 5th in a very, very devastating fashion. And when I say maybe, we're for sure getting the win March 5th, but then maybe just jump back up to 85 and whoop Sean Strickland's homie. Yeah, everybody knows who that is. I ain't even going to say his name. Whoop that guy. And then, maybe then Sean wants to fight. But I really like Eric, so I ain't going to be just picking for that stuff, But if it does happen, no disrespect towards Eric or the gym, but those two clowns can get it anytime.
But all your fans can't wait to watch you return next weekend, UFC 272 against Alex Oliveira. What would you like to let your fans know?
Guys, tune in. Don't hit me up all week asking about bets. Bet what you please, do as you must. You know what I mean? Just make sure you use my bookie so I can get my promo code and I can get paid. But tune in March 5th. Don't blink. Stay locked in. Stay loaded. No headbutts. Like I said, I touched Khabib's hand. I feel goated now. I'm ready to fucking go. Let's go, bucko.